Welcome to your Glitter Diaries. I'm Kimberly. So today I'm very excited. We have a very special event. We are going to take a peek into somebody else's sugar glider life, and I'm going to do a very special interview with someone that I've met through Facebook. Here's Balky Boy. Balky Boy is going to do the interview too. I'll try to get the gliders out through the interview as well so you guys can see them. But I came across this lady who has had this huge, amazing cage build. And I asked her if she would be a guest on my channel and show us and tell us a little bit about why she did the cage the way she did. And then at the end of this video, I'll include footage of her actually assembling the cage, so you guys get an idea of how to do that for yourself if that's something that you guys want to do. So before we get any further, please feel free to show her some love by hitting the like button. And if you are new to the channel, welcome. Please feel free to subscribe so you get notified when and if I post any new videos. So without further ado, I'm going to let her introduce herself and we'll get started talking about her amazing cage build that she is so creative in creating. Yep, that's what I'm going to go with.
Hi guys, my name's Nadia Wilson. I am the sugar glider crazy lady. I do have a separate room, separate from my house, for my gliders. They have it's called the Double Critter Nation, Triple Nation, but I did a custom build with the cages that I have on hand. I did a really crazy build that turned into another build that turned into a third build, which is the build that we're on now. I will introduce, myself. I have two kids, a girl and a boy, 10 and 5. I married my husband in 2010. We met in 2006 in high school. I live in Chico, Texas, very small little bitty town, probably about 800 or so people. I stay home. I'm a stay-at-home mom and stay-at-home sugar glider slave, I guess you could say too. Anyways.
Thank you so much for introducing yourself. And if you could just let us know why you chose to build such a large enclosure and why you kind of got outside of the box and chose to not follow the directions as the manufacturer has outlined and kind of do your own creative thing. Yeah, that'll be my next question for you. And then we'll go into like square footage and that kind of thing as compared to like my cage that my subscribers are familiar with.
Okay, so the response to my why I built the cage like I did try the PVC cage build, but it just didn't work out to my specifications as far as structure and stability. Just the thought of zip ties holding something as plastic up, it just wasn't stable enough. So I did have the exotic nutritions. I had the Madagascar, I had the Brisbane, I had the Congo. I had all of those cages, but I didn't like how small they are. So with that, I really wanted to have something that related to their habitat a lot better and a lot more, I guess you could say, more natural and in space, because of course we all know they travel such long distance. So I wanted to try and replicate that as best as I could. So I looked into the Critter Nation, seen a bunch of reviews, how they were put together, how they are put together like Legos. I thought that was pretty cool. So I took, the initial step of finding my first Critter Nation on Marketplace. And I did my very first build, trying to see exactly how it went together. Was definitely my very first step.
I think having a huge cage is such a benefit to these guys because they are used to such a large space in the wild. And I think that, a smaller cage they can do fine in, but I think if you have the space, a bigger cage is even better. So what I think is really interesting about her cage build and my cage build is that this cage build uses 3 double critter nations, and so does her cage build, but her cage build is significantly bigger in square footage. So maybe you can talk to that a little bit and talk about how you came up with that idea and the square footage difference between what I have here, which is, it would be a double, triple critter nation, if that's not confusing enough. But it's a very, very large cage, but her cage is even bigger and it uses the same number of double critter nation cages. So maybe you could speak to that a little bit.
So in response to the cage, how I came up with the design of it, I of course wanted something bigger and longer. So I made a comment to my husband about, let's put the cage back to back and see where we go from there. And we just started taking it apart and it just worked. It went together super simple. It was very structurally sound. It definitely was a slight challenge when it came to the center pieces. The center of the cage itself was such a big gap because the carts are at the end of the cage, so we had to use the grates and the top pieces for the bottom center section, and we used regular grates of the cage, like for the divider and the secondary crate for the cage itself. We had to use those on the top piece, on the top roof. So the build idea, of course, definitely came from wanting something bigger, wanting something a lot deeper, so it somewhat mimics their natural habitat. The cage is 186 square feet. The height of the cage is, in total height of the cage is 7 feet. I am 5'7". The width of the cage is 10 feet, and the depth of the cage is 4 feet. Yes, it's 4 feet. Sorry, it's 4 feet. So the overall cage is definitely bigger than your traditional double, triple critter nation. Yeah, is that it? Triple, double, triple critter nation. Say that 5 times fast.
Okay, I have Miss Stella Luna here for the rest of this for the next question in the interview. But why don't we talk about cleaning? Because I thought that was really fascinating when you were telling me about your cleaning routine and what you have in the bottom of the cages. Like if you have grates, if you have the trays, how you have that. And then I can also show a few little video clips of the bottom of her cage so you guys can get a visual. But if you can just speak to your cleaning routine and what's in the bottom of your cages with this new creative build.
Okay, so my cleaning routine, I clean my cages twice a month. I am able to stand up in my cage and wipe it completely all the way down. So the routine of cleaning it is actually a lot more simple when it does become such a big cage. And I do have a bathroom right next to my cages, so I'm able to throw everything that comes out of the cage into the bathtub and soak in soap and water. That's how I clean all their toys, their fleece huts, as you see right here. That's how I clean all of that. The bottom of the cage is actually my fleece that I have been able to cut and fit on the bottom. So the fleece here is just your traditional like blanket fleece, I guess you can say. And it's got the trays on the bottom, and then at the ends of the cages I use the climb pellets for horse equine pellets for like horses and stuff. I have found that it definitely holds the urine smell in a lot better, and it keeps it a whole lot fresher. And the fleece is taken out and washed at least, I would say, I try and do once a week. If I don't get to it, I'll get to it in the weekend, like on a Sunday. So that's my routine.
Awesome. Thank you so much again for sharing your awesome creative cage build idea. I will include some more instructional videos that she's already sent me at the end of this. And so if you want to just maybe finish up by maybe showing us some of your gliders. I know that our viewers would love to see your gliders. She has a lot of gliders, so you don't have to show them all, but maybe say how many you have, how many is in each cage, and we get to see some would be wonderful. And then, like I said, I will attach those other videos at the end, but I'm going to go ahead and close it out. So this is the last you'll see of me for this video. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for showing her some love in the likes and comments. And I'll be back with you guys shortly for more sugar glider vlogs and helpful tips. So if you need to subscribe, please do so. Liking and subscribing is completely free and does not cost you a thing, but it really helps out my channel a lot. So I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.
Yeah, absolutely, Kim. I definitely enjoyed making this vlog with you. It's been a blast. Definitely a learning experience of take 1, take 2, take 3, take 7. Definitely has been so fun. And I'll send you some bloopers that you can post as well. So anyways, back to gliders. My cages. I house 5 in this one, and I have 11 in this one. And then in this one over here, I have 2. She's very territorial. She's very protective of her mate. She does not allow anybody to join their little shenanigans that goes on there. And these 5 right here are my boarding only. They will go back to their mommy soon. After Christmas. Mommy has a real tree. They can't be around real trees. So, we're good there. So a view of my babies. I will get to that. There's one of my babies. Hello, Bella. Hello, Bella. Hello. Yeah. So. Alright. So, here is my 11 colony. By the way, if you need a extra large pouchy, this pouch is fabulous. I'm going to give a shout out to Hope Kerr with Ab Fab. Fantastic, 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 fantastic. It has held all 11 gliders in here fairly easily, very easily. Plus, it could probably fit more. See how big that is? It's a fantastic pouch. Hope Kerr, thank you. Love you, girl. See if there is anybody in here. There sure is. Hello, sweetum. What are you doing? What are you doing? Okay, so this is my Coda. Hello, Coda. How are you? Hello, Coda. He's like, you woke me up, Mom. I'm not liking this so much right now. Okay, okay. And I have a open pouch here. I've got probably, let's see. What are you doing? Hello? Who's in here? Oh, is that who I think it is? It sure is. This is Kiwi. She's a good biter. She's got a lot of love behind her, but she does nip. And then here is Mr. Sun. Hello, baby. What are you doing? He's the one that I have most of the time on me. Whenever I go anywhere and everywhere, he's the one that I've got. Can you say hello, Mr. Sun? And then everybody else, guess what? Everybody else is not in their pouchies. They're under the fleece. Shocker. So let's go find them. Alright, let's see. There they are. Hello, babies. Hello, Tito. Hello, Pixie. Hello. What are you doing? You say hello. Hello. There's the babies. So this is my 11 colony, and my oldest is right here. This is my oldest baby. This is Ollie. He came to me in poor health, but he's gotten better. He's gotten a lot better. But he's gonna go back to his babies. There we go. You say hi. Say hi. Alright, well, anyways, I will answer any questions, show any other videos that is necessary to help whoever that wants to build the cage. Just find me on Facebook or on Sugar Glider Guardians. I am also a vendor now for live feeders, mealworms, superworms, dubia roaches, all fun stuff. So anyways, y'all have a blessed day. Bye.
Turn off. Why will you not turn off? Oh boy.
So about my cage build, sorry. They're arguing with each other. I don't know what they're doing. Anyway, so about the cage build.
Hi, Stella. You want to know how she cleans the cage? You want to know how she cleans the cage? How she cleans up all you guys' poop? She's like, why did you wake me up?
Okay, cages are cleaned out, about to disassemble and do a rebuild for a DCN custom cage. There's how deep that one was. And we're gonna try and mimic this cage. Alright, wish me luck. Alright, disassemble time. Just taking off all of the old zip ties. Got my 10-year-old helping and assisting. Alright.
I will be holding the phone. So if I kind of screw up, I'm sorry.
No, you'll be fine. Alright. Alright guys, cages are separated. And now the build begins. Alright. It is separated. We still got a couple things to get from underneath the tray, but hey. Cage is separated. That's what matters. Alright, ready? Okay, so no more zip ties coming off, but we're gonna get there. So how it's pretty much done is that this is the top piece right here. This is a grate. And then your quarter panels are right here and here. And then they're zip tied together as such right here on the sides. right there, and right there. And then the bottom pieces are zip tied as well. Ignore the mess, sorry. But slowly but surely we will get this done. So we're getting to the top section. The side section is basically done. Zip tied here. Zip tied here. This is the long piece. Here's the long piece here. And there's your quarter panel there. And then your long pieces there. Pretty much it. And then use it on the top parts. There we go. I hope this helps everybody. Okay, so a little more detailed video of how this is done. This is a top panel. This is just a grate. And then, of course, this is your drop pan tray here. And it's zip tied here and here. And all along here. And all out. There you go. So then your quarter panels are zip tied to a door here. You can see that. This is another quarter panel. Another door. This one is a quarter panel here. And they're zip tied together. Quarter panel. Quarter panel. Down here. Connected. And then so it goes quarter panel, long piece, quarter panel, and then another long piece. It's just basically a pattern you've got to keep from bottom to top. Alright, here we go. It's all done. Hey y'all, bar request. I've had several people ask me how I built my cage. So this is gonna be a small video of my cage tour. If you need help on building, I can do my best to do it, you know, through private messaging, or I can make a better detailed video on showing, because I'm not taking this sucker apart again. Anyways, so here is my cage. I've got 5 in this one. So here are all the placements for the zip ties. Well, not all of them, just what I can show. Zip ties are here and here next to the long pieces or the door and the quarter panels. They still do hook up properly for structure. So there's really no, you know, it's still structurally sound. There's no issues there. I have not run into any problems yet, and I am still able to get in the cage, and it's able to hold my weight with the help of a, you know, a wooden stand underneath, and I will show that as well. So your pattern basically is what you're going to go off of. It's going to be a quarter panel on a long piece, and then another quarter panel, and then on your end pieces it's going to be your long pieces or your back pieces. So everything should still hook up properly as it would for a double coordination. And so here is the front end of my coordination cage. I did keep the carts, and the carts are only used at the ends, not in the center, because the carts were not long enough to really have put them underneath there, and it wouldn't hook up correctly. So we just left them off in the center, and we just built a stand underneath, a wooden stand. There's a 2x4, or yeah, a 2x4, and I think my husband used a 2x10, and of course cut it down to fit. So anyways, there's that. So here's the other cage. This is my first one that I built, and I still have not had any issues out of it. That's my colony of 11. Just a couple in there. Sorry guys. Sorry. Just a couple in there, and of course they love to make their mess. They love to be sure that mom stays busy all day, every day. So this is built just the same as my other cage. They are separate cages for now, and I do not have intentions right now to do more intros. In the near future, we may. And if we do, we will definitely be rebuilding the cage bigger. My husband and I have talked about taking, these back pieces off here and here, and then just connecting the two cages together, which I think would be pretty cool. But I don't see us doing that for at least probably another year or so. But who knows, it could happen sooner. It's all up to the gliders, not me, right? But if you have any other questions, you're more than welcome to send me a private message, and you can, I can help you the best that I can to kind of give directions or do a better detailed video to help you, create this cage, or to help you create your own cage off of this design. But anyway, so here it is. There you go. Thanks guys. Hey guys, so I am going to give a small cage tour on how my cage was built. If you have any questions, you're more than welcome to direct message me, and I can give you a little more detail. Anyway, so the front of the cage, there's going to be your long pieces or your door, and you're going to use the quarter panel on this side here. And on the bottom of the cage is going to be your traditional, the traditional setup, just like the double coordination, except it's going to be wider, it's going to be a lot longer, and you're going to use the grates from the inside of the cage, and you're going to have one more top piece after you're done making because this actually takes 3 cages to build this. So you're going to use a top piece on the bottom, and then you're going to use a center grate here, and you're going to zip tie to your grate here. Okay, and of course no tray, sorry. And then over on this side, it's going to be built just the same way. You can't really see that. Alright, so when you go inside, I'm going to open the doors. The back piece is going to be a regular long piece from your coordination cage, and then it's going to be in a pattern. You're just going to build it as a pattern. It's going to be your quarter panel, your long panel, and another quarter panel, and your end pieces are just going to be your long pieces there and there. So the roof is got the top pieces, and they do go in as such right there, if you can see right there, and there's it tied there. Now the gap here was about 10 inches or so, so we did use another center grate to cover up that gap. So everything that the cage came with, everything is used. So this is 3 double critter nation cages put together. As you see, the doors are on the back or front side, and also on this side. So how I did it was I put the cages back to back, and after they go back to back, I take the long pieces from the sides and put them long ways, and then I use the long pieces on the ends, and then your quarter panels on the sides of the doors or the back end of the cage. Used several zip ties, but most do connect inside the cage, so it is still very safe, structurally sound. I have not sorry, I have not had any issues of flimsiness, wear, tear, anything like that. So here is a cage tour of my 5. So of course you have your safe wheel, and then you have your safe ball pit, treadmill, my kitchen, toys, pulleys, and all the fleece you can imagine. I am trying to, I did actually convert most things to plastic, but I found that the plastic does keep the urine and the poo smell a lot longer versus the fleece, so we're just keeping it half and half for now until I can, you know, I guess find a better alternative. But as of right now, this is working great for us. I do cage swap fleece once a month, and I do a very deep clean when I do the swapping. I put the tray here to keep that center piece from spilling anything crazy. And then, let's see. I have a tray also here underneath the fleece. The cage underneath is just your sorry, I went blank, is your cart, and then the center, there's no cart because it's too long for a cart, and then you've got your secondary cart to hold the other ends. So the carts are only going to go on your ends right here. It's only going to go on your ends right here, and then my center, so I can actually get in here. My husband had built me a stand for underneath, so it can actually structurally hold my weight 100%. So there's the stand. It's underneath the cage. Nothing, you know, nothing bad about this. It's, in my opinion, it keeps the cage more sound than normal. So this is one cage, and then you can view it from the front end to all the way back here. And then here's my anti-pill fleece, and then another tray, and then we'll go to my next cage. So they are separated. I'm not necessarily trying just yet to do any intros, but I do have it far enough to where nobody can, you know, hurt each other, but they can still see, smell, talk, whatever, have at it. So here is this. My daughter, of course, she put this on here. So here is this. So there's my other cage, built just like the first one that I showed. And same exact setting. Mixture between plastics and fleece. And your freedom wheel. And this, the other wheel, I forgot the name of that one, I'm so sorry. And then your top pieces is going to be your regular top pieces from the traditional DCN, but in the center you're going to have about an 10-inch to 11-inch gap. So we used the grates from the center grate to actually cover in that gap and just use zip ties to hold that up. This cage has been standing strong for a good solid 6 months now. I have gotten in and out of it multiple times, so this is why we built my second one just identical to the same build. If you have any questions, you're more than welcome to message me and I can help you build one just like this. Like I said, it is going to be 3 double critter nation cages built together.